Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to go over with you 9 different types of crafting scissors I use and the different purposes of each one of them. These are a variation of fabric cutting scissors as well as paper cutting scissors, and I use each one of them for very specific purposes. Fabric scissors are generally heavier than paper cutting scissors and have larger, longer and sharper blades. I personally like fabric scissors that have large handles as well because it feels more satisfying when you're cutting with a blade. But generally speaking, it's normally best practice not to use fabric scissors for cutting paper, as this will blunten the blade, and it's also best not to use paper scissors for cutting fabrics, as the blade will probably not be sharp enough to be able to give you a really clean finish. So I will walk you through each one of the scissors I have and also show you some interesting and quirky scissors I have as well. The first scissors I have are ordinary fabric cutting scissors, which I bought from Spotlight. The brand is Triumph, and they have a rubber handle so that it's easy to grip and very sharp blades made of titanium. When you press the handles together, the blade feels more stronger than normal paper cutting scissors, and these are typically used for cutting pieces of fabric, and it will give you a very clean edge on the fabric that you cut. The next pair of scissors I have are also fabric cutting scissors, but these are a bit larger than the first pair of fabric cutting scissors I just showed you. It's made by the same brand, Triumph, and as you can see, the blade is a lot wider, it's a lot longer, and the handle is also larger so that you can grip stronger onto it. I would use these scissors for cutting very thick fabric or fabric that is very long in its length, as the blade is longer, and it will be able to give you a more consistent cut than the previous fabric scissors I just showed you. It feels much heavier in your hand as well than the other fabric cutting scissors, and every time I hold this pair, I feel as if I'm doing some serious crafting. The next pair of scissors I have are also fabric cutting scissors, but as you can see here, they have curved shapes on the blade. This is so that when you cut your fabric, the fabric will have curves on the edge where you cut it, and therefore the fabric won't fray on that edge. It's useful for cutting small pieces of fabric, for example, like when you're creating a fabric mosaic structure. You might have lots of small pieces of fabric lying around, but you know the project is going to take you a long time to complete. So an idea would be to cut your fabric with little fabric pieces with these scissors so that they don't fray too much while you're working on your project. Sometimes I will also use these scissors on just flat pieces of felt fabric, just because I like the way the blades make a nice shape on the fabric when you cut it. The next scissors I have are also fabric cutting scissors, however, these have jagged shapes on the blade rather than curved shapes like the previous scissors I just showed you. The purpose of these blades are the same as the previous scissors in that it is to prevent the fabric from fraying where you have cut it. Sometimes, again, I will use these scissors on flat pieces of fabric just because I like the way the blade makes a nice shape on the fabric when you cut with it. This looks like a pen, but it's actually a pair of scissors. It's shaped like a pen so that it can fit inside your pencil case, like as if it was a pen. It's very portable. The main purpose of this one is for cutting paper, but the blade is a bit short, so you have a bit of limitation in terms of how long you can cut each time you press the handles together. Either way, it's a very cute pair of scissors, and I love carrying this one around with me. Before I go on any further, if you are getting value out of this video, please hit the like button, as that would help me immensely to get more views of this video, and also consider subscribing to this channel for more videos like these. This small black pair of scissors is specifically for cutting threads. It has a very sharp blade. I normally use this pair whenever I finish sewing a garment and use it on threads that are sticking out of places that haven't been cut down. I also notice sometimes when a garment has been freshly manufactured from the factory, there's sometimes loose threads sticking out of places, and it's good to use these scissors to cut threads like those. It might seem like a small matter, but actually does improve the look of the overall garment when you pay attention to little sort of things like these. I also use them on buttons to cut any loose threads that might be hanging out. These are a pair of multi-purpose foldable scissors, and you can use them for cutting anything from paper to threads. I bought these at a nearby dollar store because I thought they were so cute. I actually love the way the handles fold, and there's also a hole on the handle where you can attach the scissors to a neckband or a keychain. These pair of scissors don't give you the cleanest edge when you use them for cutting, but they are super portable and safe to carry around with you. I often carry these with me when going traveling, just in case I need to cut any loose threads from my clothes while being on the go. These tiny orange scissors are for cutting threads and can be purchased generally from supermarkets in Australia and dollar stores. They are usually sold in small kits with other threads and needles. The blade is very thin on these scissors and almost feels flimsy in your hands, but I love how something that looks like this can still cut threads well. These probably won't give you the cleanest edge when cutting threads. They won't perform as well as the black thread cutting scissors I showed you previously, but they will do the job. And the main thing is that they're very portable as well. Now the last pair I'm going to show you are paper scissors, and I use these for cutting sewing patterns. And again, there's nothing too remarkable about these that I'm going to show you today, but one thing I will point out is that they do have a very long blade, and I usually like using paper scissors with long blades on them. I like being able to cut further each time you press the handles together, which I also found is advantageous for when you're trying to cut circles or curved edges. Having a longer blade when cutting circles will give you a more consistent and neatly cut curve, which is better than trying to slice multiple times on a circle or curved edge because you have a short blade on your pair of scissors. As you can see, all of these scissors have unique purposes, and I guess the key takeaway of this video is not to use fabric scissors on paper and vice versa, and always carry around a pair of scissors with you in case you ever need to cut threads off your clothes while you're on the go. Hopefully this video has been helpful. If you ever come across a really interesting pair of scissors, please let me know in the comment section below, as I'd love to hear about it. Keep crafting, and until next time, bye!